The Great Helm, also known as the pot helm, emerged in Western Europe around the late 12th century, first appearing in the 1180s during the early Crusades. Its design was simple but formidable, a cylindrical helmet with flat or slightly curved sides, small eye slits, and drilled breathing holes. It fully enclosed the head, offering knights far greater protection in mounted combat. By the 13th century, it had become the iconic helmet of the knightly class. The Great Helm saw widespread use in the Crusader states, France, England, and the Holy Roman Empire. It is depicted in manuscripts such as the Maciejouskie Bible, where knights clashed wearing the heavy bucket-like design. Helmets of this type were likely present at battles like Bavines and throughout the Third and Fourth Crusades. Though eventually replaced by the Bascinet, the Great Helm symbolized the height of crusading warfare. The Nasal Helm was one of the earliest true medieval helmets, appearing in Western and Central Europe around the late 10th century and remaining popular through the 12th century. It evolved from the conical spangle helm of the Viking Age, and typically made of a single piece of iron or steel with a tall conical or rounded dome. Its defining feature was the projecting nose guard, or nasal, which offered vital protection to the face while still allowing wide vision and breathing, perfect for mounted warriors. This helmet became the standard for knights and soldiers across Europe during the Norman period. The Bayeux tapestry, created in the 1070s, famously depicts Norman knights wearing nasal helms at the Battle of Hastings. They are also shown in later manuscripts, such as the Maciejouskie Bible, while eventually replaced by fully enclosing great helms of the 13th century. The nasal helm symbolized the rise of early medieval heavy cavalry. The Bascinet emerged in Western Europe during the late 13th century, evolving from the simple steel skullcap known as the Savoia. Unlike the heavy great helm, the Bascinet was lighter and allowed far better visibility and comfort. Its typical form was a rounded or pointed skull, often fitted with a male aventail for neck protection. Later versions added visors, including the pointed pig-face style, which gave extra protection while still letting air flow in battle. By the 14th century, the Bascinet had become the most common helmet across France, England, and the Holy Roman Empire. It regularly appears in 14th century French chronicles and artwork, where both knights and infantry are shown wearing it in sieges and battles. Bascinets were present at famous clashes like Crécy in 1346 and Agincourt in 1415, where their balance of mobility and protection made them invaluable. Over time, the design evolved into more enclosed helmets, such as the Sallet and Armet. The Kettle Hat, also called Iron Hat, first appeared in Western Europe in the early 12th century. With examples from England and France, its simple open design featured a rounded crown and a wide, downward sloping brim, giving it the look of a metal hat. This shape offered excellent protection against arrows and blows from above, making it especially practical for infantry, crossbowmen, and even peasants pressed into service. The Kettle Hat is vividly shown in manuscripts, such as the Maciejouskie Bible, where common soldiers wear its wide brim in chaotic battle scenes, and the lateral psalter, which depicts English infantry and archers equipped with the same practical design. These sources highlight how the Kettle Hat became a symbol of ordinary fighting men across Europe, valued for its protection against both arrows and blows from above. The Sallet emerged in Italy and Germany during the early 15th century and quickly spread across Western Europe. It developed as a lighter, more practical replacement for the Bascinet, offering better vision and mobility. Its design typically featured a rounded skull, a long tail at the back to protect the neck, and often a movable visor. In some regions, it was paired with a bever to guard the lower face and throat. By the mid-15th century, the Sallet had become the dominant helmet for both knights and infantry across France, England, and the Holy Roman Empire. Its popularity is reflected in manuscripts such as the Talbot Shrewsbury book, where soldiers are shown wearing the characteristic rounded and tailed designs. Helmets like these were present at major battles of the 100 Years' War and in countless tournament scenes, symbolizing late medieval warfare. The Armet first appeared in Italy during the early 15th century and soon spread across Europe, designed to work seamlessly with full plate armor. Its hallmark was a pair of hinged cheek pieces that swung shut and locked under the chin, enclosing the face in a way no earlier helmet had managed. Along with its rounded skull cap, some versions also included a small lifting peg on the visor, allowing knights to raise it with a gauntlet during combat or tournaments. By the mid-15th century, the Armet had become the standard knightly helmet in France, Italy, and Burgundy. It appears in Triumphs of the Emperor Maximilian I, a festival book commissioned by Maximilian I of the Holy Roman Empire. It is also featured in battles such as Castilian. The Armet remained popular well into the 16th century, before eventually giving way to the closed helm. Those were 6 of the most recognisable helmets from the medieval period, from the simple nasal helm to the fully enclosed Armet. Each one reflects the changing demands of warfare, and together they show how armour kept adapting over the centuries. If you'd like to see more breakdowns like this, make sure to check out the other explained videos on the channel.